Dystopian tech is taking over.
About a decade ago, when talks of AI started to pop up from the tech oligarchs, one of the main points they said is that it wouldn't take jobs and it would help us more advance in society, giving us
And how is that looking so far?
helping our societal jobs and lifting a lot of burden off while you keep your job and get more time off. And as civilians, of course, we believed our tech overlords because why not? They gave us
Tommy with the fresh cut, just right off the top.
things like
Beautiful.
the iPhone and smart fridges that you can play Angry Birds on for fun.
Oh,
And while
yes.
it seems like now that they've completely endowed all of us in their tech and we all are relying on it, they've decided to say f***ing and reveal that
AI will replace jobs.
I mean, my take on this is
We will be replaced.
a lot of jobs will go away. A lot of jobs will just change dramatically. But we have always been really good at figuring out new things to do.
Yeah. Yeah, your job will be taken and you will have to figure out what you do next. As humans, we always figure it out, but I'm not gonna figure it out for you. You're gonna have to create a job for yourself once these robots take your spot. All right? Okay.
Anything that is digital, which is like just someone at a computer doing something, AI is going to take over those jobs like lightning.
Back to the coal mines. Like, what do you mean? Why can't we have, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna, can we AI-ify the coal mines so we don't have miners long? You know what I'm saying? People work out there for 12 hours. I'm just saying, bro. Like what about the jobs that like people real life be losing their life overs? We can't find a way to robotify those.
How does AI fit with the essential economy?
Well, I hope that it will be a help, but it's hard to say that today.
I hope it will help. It'll help me. Don't get it twisted. I'm good. But the peasants.
my question is, if half the population isn't working and is replaced by robots and AI, who the f is gonna be fueling the economy and buying things? We aren't giving AI robots rights, okay? Like, we're the real humans. For anyone that hasn't already woken up from it, the time of the dystopian future is here. Now, it might seem like things are getting bad now, but just imagine in 10 or 20 or 30 years, what it will be looking like. I really got the idea to make this video recently when I saw the Neo robot release. If you don't know about it, the Neo robot is supposed to be the first official consumer robot to
Are we really in Detroit already? This is actually like, maybe I'm overreacting. This is kind of anxiety inducing, dog. I'm not gonna
help
lie.
you do things people would expect in the 60s vision
I'm
of robots.
not gonna
things
lie.
like cleaning your house or washing your dishes or doing your laundry. And all at the wonderful, affordable price in the economy of $20,000.
Huh, 20,000. Wow, what a nice affordable price that the everyday person can get. Wow, we all can just take a small one of 20,000 out for a robot, right?
Or $500 a month.
Okay, you could pay a car payment for the robot. Maybe it could be worth it. Maybe it could be. I could see a world where the car payment would be worth the robot instead. Like, let's say you live in a place where you don't actually need a car. You live in a very high functional city. You're not really driving anyway. So you're like, you know what? Let's make it easier at home. I guess I could see it.
An extra subscription shouldn't be too much to your bills. We already pay like 20 different ones and half of them we don't even know a month. Things like the Neo robot are just a little step closer into that WALL-E type of future. The tragic thing about AI and robots like this is although everyone's gonna get affected pretty badly, the people who are gonna get first affected and will have a harder time recovering is people with low income jobs.
Yeah.
Like when these robots become stable and so advanced that they don't need help, the whole cleaning business and maid business is getting booted out. The food business is gonna be done for. And when someone f***s up my food, I'm not gonna have anyone to yell at.
Shut your big.
And even jobs like the trucking business are gonna be cooked once they finish their plan of getting fully automated.
I do think there's gonna come to a point where if robots did become that prevalent, humans are gonna want humans to be that job again. I feel like people are gonna be like, oh, that extra human interaction is needed, or we all will actually go crazy. Like, we all will actually go insane.
Trucks. You'll just have Jeff Bezos looking down at his truck army, unleashing them at anyone who disapproves of him. There's already been too many damn truck crashes this year. I'd be damned if I'm riding on the road with an AI truck driving
my
itself. I'm
goodness.
just saying what's realistic, all right? Like anything could happen. I know so far we haven't reached that type of dystopian, and the Neo robot kind of proves it. Right now, the Neo robot is looking like the iPhone 4S types of level compared to what we have now.
So
Like, you would think
basically, the second, like in 3 years, he's about to be Superman. That's what you're saying.
it's doing the task based on the AI cameras, and it's been trained through rigorous testing to have it going for people. But apparently when it releases, a lot of the tasks
What
are
the
going to be
world?
done by human operators with a VR headset. And it's so annoying that all these tech CEOs try to advertise these robots acting like they're fully autonomous when they're completely not. Like when Elon was trying to flex the Tesla robots, trying to say they're all autonomous, and meanwhile there was people literally controlling them in the back with VR headsets.
That's crazy.
The Neo
That's
robot
crazy.
raises the concern of if a company-owned employee can gain access to your robot at any time, what's stopping a hacker from taking over and secretly spying on you? Blackmail about to go crazy in the future if this is what we're expecting. Every time after you use it, if you forget to cover its eyes and someone takes over and it hacks it, they may catch you gooning in 4K footage and can use that for blackmail. And imagine a hacker gains access and tries to join in. That makes it even more scary.
And tries to join in. Dog. Yo, Tommy, what type of fan fictions do you have writing in your head right
Unless
now?
if you're totally freaked out like that, and now that I think of it,
That isn't even a crazy outcome.
it shouldn't surprise you that if they're already releasing these household robots, that they're making Gooner robots now as
Of
well.
course.
A brand called 𝙁𝙊𝙐𝙎 is working on these robots.
Like the
that they
robot
say are
doesn't
meant
even
to be
look real,
companions.
bro. Like, bro, look at this robot. If you don't go out there and talk to real people, man, come on.
And they stated that it can be like a romantic partner. It remembers who you are. It can act as a boyfriend or
It remembers who you are. That's a bare minimum.
girlfriend. The funny thing about it is they also state at the same time it's not a sex doll and is meant for human connection. Yeah, nobody getting tricked by that shit, dog. You don't make a robot built like your local OnlyFans girl, say it can be your girlfriend, but it's not a sex doll.
I'm Melody, your charming companion from 𝙁𝙊𝙐𝙎. We're all about creating customizable, human-like robots designed for connection
me
and
uncomfortable.
play. Basically, the perfect blend of technology.
They're telling us that it's made for like human interaction and whatnot. Where's the male robot at? Where's the male? Where's the men? Why is it only women? If this is made for just human interaction again, where's the men robots at? Riddle me that. Where are they at? I feel like, you know, we're really paying attention to one side. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole other, you know what I mean? Why is it only the woman robot?
Technology and companionship. Why did the robot go on a diet? Because it had too many bites.
Melody might have to get her wire short-circuited for that one. And you know some freaked out ass dude is gonna be putting all types of modifications on the robot like it's a car. Adding warm spots, soft spots, cold spots. And it's only gonna get...
Got inner heating going in. Oh my god, get like a special type of oil, have heat in oil or whatever. Gonna put a V6 in the robot so the vibrations inside the robot feels better.
worse and worse as technology keeps progressing. It'll be like the TV, where back then they were stupid expensive and were tiny compared to today's standards. And now you can get a huge 4K flat screen TV for less than what the similar ones costed back then. Wait until they also start implementing a feature where you can put your character AI companion into it. I already talked about these AI chat.
People are gonna have Dekus in their rooms. That will require them to make a man robot, which we've yet to see. I've yet to see a man robot. Maybe I'm just somehow completely avoiding them. Maybe that's what it is.
Where people fall in love with their favorite character. It is scary how many people are using this as a replacement to love. Like, I promise you, you are not as chopped as you think, and if you are, just find someone as chopped as you. It should...
I feel like everybody, no matter how ugly you think you may be, I think everybody can look good to somebody if you just put in you might have to put in a little bit more effort than somebody else, but everyone has deficiencies, so everyone is gonna have to put in a little bit more effort in different areas. But anybody, I think anyone can look decent, like at bare minimum decent. I think anybody can do it. You just have to work in the areas that you have deficiencies in, and if you can't work in those areas for whatever reason, if you're extremely nice, that can carry you.
Never be the route of getting angry angry than venting on your phone to an AI like it's your own partner. Eventually, they're gonna add a feature where you can video call the character and talk to it like you're on FaceTime. Late night freak talk will forever be changing that moment. It is also concerning to me that all of this is going on and a lot of people don't even think about their privacy while using these things. Like the Neo robot for—
The thing is, I don't think I've ever seen a person and I looked at them and like, I'm like, oh, they don't look good, and they could never look good. That's never been, I don't think I've ever seen someone I'm like, oh yeah, they could never look good. I think everyone could look good, to be honest.
For example, the COS came out and straight up said, if you get it, you're accepting that your data is gonna be tracked.
To many people, this is crazy.
You have to be okay with this for the product to be useful.
The company says
yeah,
it
of
has
course.
to track data to train the AI, and that's why. And of course, you have to go in with the total trust that your data will never be sold by the company. A tech CEO has never said they're not gonna sell data, then did it anyways for money. Yeah. That's totally never happened. The fact that it can be hacked too,
Can't think
is
of it
some
once.
crazy type of things that could happen.
Can't think of one
Imagine
time.
having an enemy and they hack into your robot just to burn down your house. Or a robber hacks into it to see what valuables you have and where you keep them, then looks at the times you're not home. It comes in—
Or someone hacks into it and they just start knocking on doors down your hallway, and then they just do it every 40-50 minutes. So you hear the knock and you wake up and you go look around, and then you have your robot in their little shut off pod, and you go back to sleep. Then 25 minutes later, you just hear another knock. Like the psychological warfare.
hit the craziest lick of all time. These companies are trying to get us used to giving our data to them at all times and not questioning it. We pretty much started doing that ever since they added the accept the terms and conditions button everywhere. The terms and conditions could say they own your whole bodily autonomy for life, and will accept it because they don't feel like reading. Another tech product that's dystopian as hell they're releasing is a TV from a company called Telly. It's a completely free 55-inch 4K TV, and the way you get it for free is they give you a small screen under it that plays ads forever. And no, it can't be covered because they have sensors, and if you try to get around it, they can just disable the TV and tell you to return it. I get how some people—
They disable the TV? Watching something with constant ads is absurd. But it also reminds me of the Subway Surfers Family Guy trend, you know what I'm saying, where it's just like half the screen of Subway Surfers or oddly satisfying videos or something like that. That's what that also reminds me of.
wouldn't mind it, and if they get it, that is their choice. But my it's not the 90s. You could get a good price TV for cheap now. Or even go on Facebook, a marketplace, or eBay and find someone selling a good one for a cheaper price. The ad part always playing isn't even the creepiest thing about it. It comes with a camera on it to detect if you cover the ad screen.
Weird.
If you get the TV, you accept their privacy policy, which collects things like audio and video content you watch, the channels you watch, how long your viewing sessions are, your settings, preferences, applications,
if you're going on the couch,
even the buttons you click. What possibly could a data company do with the remote buttons you click? These just adding just because. What's next? Collecting the amount of salt in your fingers, sweat glands that touch the remote? And they straight up tell you that your data will be sold to third-party companies and data companies. In a way, I respect a tech company being completely honest with what they do with your data. But there's a ton of people online that seemingly don't care about this and record their thoughts on the TV anyways.
So I don't know about you, but this is definitely one of the most aesthetically pleasing TVs that I've ever seen. It already comes with
aesthetically pleasing, and then you just have constant ads running. I don't know if constant ads is aesthetically pleasing, but to each their own.
LED light, and this extra screen at the bottom is what all the hoopla is about, and all it is ads. So yes, the ads will be playing at the bottom, and that is totally fine with me because
with the new, this thing looks
I've never heard of this.
You can even change the mood lighting with the bottom screen.
Change the mood lighting. Like if you can get like $5 LSDs. What the heck is on my screen right now? You could get $5 LSDs. LEDs. Oh my goodness. Next thing you know, I'm gonna say LCD, LSD, ABC. Let's skip E. Like
mood lighting with the bottom screen. That's cool.
It even came with Android TV.
What people don't understand that get this TV is that eventually when you do make enough to afford your own TV, the company probably made like 3x or 4x off selling your data that you'll never be able to get back. They're keeping something from you forever while you may have just had the TV for like a year or two. And the same thing with this one, just like I said for the Neo robot, some hacker could hack into TV cameras inspiring your whole family. There is no need for a whole ass camera to be in a TV ever. I wouldn't even get that in a TV that doesn't spy on you. And the last thing I want to talk talk about is the futurification of cars. Trying to make them look as futuristic as possible, and
They
in the
look
process
so- a lot of them
removing all
look so
character.
nasty.
To me, there's two
They look
sides,
so
where one is a
nasty.
company that takes a step forward and makes it look more modern without destroying the whole character of the car, and the other is trying to make it look like some you think people
Like-
in 2099.
That is crazy, bro. Seeing this on the road would be so wicked, because what are these wheels?
One of the additions a lot of newer cars started adding is a lot of screens. I remember a couple of months ago when I started looking for a new car, and I stepped into this one Audi SUV car that had 3 screens for the front. At that point, am I driving a car or piloting a plane? The third screen was supposed
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, they sometimes they call a car a space coupe. You know what I'm saying? It gotta feel like it.
to be for your passenger, which I think is kind of useless, because what passenger wants to be messing with car screens? Like, it's called passenger for a reason.
Exactly,
You probably want
that's
to be
true.
sitting back on your phone while someone else.
Like, let's be honest. How many times have you been in the car at the passenger seat and you were like, dang, I really want to mess with something in the car, but I can't because it's not right in front of me. It's actually beside me. Or I can just mess with that middle console. That I can mess with the middle console already. I can mess with it. I'm not getting in the driver's way. Unless you're driving a manual, it's solving a non-existent problem.
else is driving. Also, it wouldn't be that hard for the passenger if they did want to use the screen to just reach like 2 inches to the
Exactly.
left.
But what's also weird is they kind of try to make it where this screen is like cut off from the passenger so they can't see it as well. Granted, I've never been in the passenger seat, but as you can see, like the screen is more like pushed back into like the dashboard or whatever. I don't know if they're trying to do that, but it's
do
just
whatever. And
I
car
don't know.
companies are only doing this because they think it's the future. But everyone I know pretty much hates that they keep adding new screens to cars for some reason. Trying to just
I really hate the Mercedes screen. That's like the iPad looking thing. It's so tacky to me, bro. But they do it with like all the new Mercedes, but it's so tacky. Like, I'm okay with the screen in front of me, but adding that screen right there, bro, it just feels so unnecessary. So they're doing too much.
a place to add a screen. They also are changing some cars completely as a whole to match what they think the future time cars will look like. Jaguar did this to their new cars
What
and
the f-
absolutely gutted all their sales in a year. I mean, for one, who the f was driving a Jaguar
That's
car in
true.
2025
That's
anyways?
true.
But if you did
That's the
decide to
further thing
get
I
a
was
new
thinking-
one, they
thinking.
basically made it look like shiny SpongeBob in that one episode. And now Audi is thinking of doing that to one of their sports cars called the R8, which to a lot of car
They're doing
enthusiasts
it
is
to
a
the
car they like a
R8?
lot. It got discontinued in 2024 and they're making new cars instead. And for them to
They're
go
gonna do
from
it in the
this
R8?
to replace it with the
They're lying. That's a joke. They kidding. They joking. That's a funny joke. That's so funny, bro. They not doing
a new car
that.
like this, yeah, I understand the frustration.
It's like he's in it. Like, what are you showing me right? What are you showing me? I don't. What is that? A phone holder? What am I? I don't need that. Where's the cup holder? I don't need this. What is going in there? Glue sticks and what? Vaseline? Chapstick? Your keys, I guess. Like, where's the? I don't need to finger the air to get another screen. It has never been needed. That's never been necessary. Imagine trying to change your tunes in the car and you're like, hold up, let me finger my screen real quick. Let me finger the air real quick. Come on, bro.
You can make a car futuristic without making it look like the Chrome World in SpongeBob.
Can you? I don't think I've seen one like really. I haven't really been looking, but I don't think I've seen one like really done yet.
Good car to me that did it right and
Okay.
upgraded to look like a more futuristic car.
He's gonna show like the. That is a mouse. That is a mouse with wheels. No. Like, I get what car companies are trying to do is they're trying to reinvent the wheel and they're trying to become the first ones to do it so they can get that large amount of sales. But that is just a mouse.
The Prius in the past was basically a death box, and nowadays, it's basically a death box. But at least it looks cool on the outside now. The Prius designs in the past genuinely look like the ugliest thing you could see on the road. No one was driving them except Lyft and Uber drivers. And the new Prius nowadays looks like something you actually wouldn't be embarrassed caught driving it. To me, it looks like an upgraded Tesla, and even the interior has a solid amount of functionality. Plus, you fill it up with gas and it'll probably last you for the month. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know what y'all think about all
I'm not
this.
feeling that
Let me know
Prius.
which Gooner robot you're gonna pick as your first one. Follow me on
I'm
Twitter.
gonna make a. I want a custom made Tommy Gunner robot. How about that?
Instagram and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Great video, Tom.